No. Right. Recording on. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Try quality.
Yes.
10% for the race.
Let's go!
Time to die.
Si tiempo, as they say in Spain.
Okay.
What's
No,
that
they
in
don't.
euros? Whoa, Gino doing a 360. Bum 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 bum.
Nice bed box skills.
Bed box.
No, bad box, I mean...
X6 is
Still nice.
rubbish. X6 is rubbish. How is he this bad? Oh my god. What a loser. Sorry.
Didn't he say that he didn't practice the track at all?
I have no idea. He might have. Dum bum bum
Aye.
bum bum bum.
Oh my god, I hate this track so much.
Oh, it hates you too.
Oh, fine.
The hidden dirt is kind of annoying.
Yeah. So this track, for all of its beauty, is really bad.
Boy, does she look nice though.
Boy, does she look nice.
Oh, oh. Okay, let's see if it will be last place or not. Shit. Okay, third lap is completely scuffed, but second lap was
Heater.
pretty nice.
This is a heater.
Yeah, it's made from the Hell Valley practice engine.
Oh, Goose could be on the front row.
Right.
Oh.
Depends.
Nah.
Fuck.
Time for the rundown.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
and I'm ready to...
Grandy on pole, Jake on the
Jesus.
front row alongside him, Hernandi in third place, Cosmo takes fourth, Lev in fifth with Julo in sixth place, Rosine takes seventh, Goose in eighth, X6 in ninth spot, Het in 10th, Eurus 11th, and Fox back in the grid. Over a second off Eurus, nothing has changed.
It's a fucking...
Honestly, I think that starting last is actually
The guy that you
good.
couldn't beat got kicked.
Wow! So, you wanna say that my pace is pretty good, huh? Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, start is going to be chaos here, and I'm so up for it.
Okay, Rain?
Yeah, 10%. You asked that, like, when have we ever not done 10% raid since, like, season 4?
Ah, shit. Wait, sorry. Time to die.
Time to die. Bum bum, Grandy on pole, Jake and Andy, 3 champs in the top 3, and then Julo's disappointing. We're underway here in Hell Valley. That was one long voice crack. Jake gets pushed by Hernandi off the start. Oh, Hernandi going into the hairpin, gets pushed into the wall by Julo. They lag rocket out of the hairpin. And Grandy's still in the lead. Pushes Jake wide. Jake in second. Oh my god, I'm having so many voice cracks. Then someone's hit the wall. I think it might have been Julo. Goose overtakes Het front of that pack there. Hernandi, Eurus just understeers at the back. Fox in last place, surprisingly. Grandy still leading the way. Jake in second. Cosmo third. Rosine fourth. Oh, fuck. God damn. Grandy down into third place. Oh, I think this program's really lagging on my computer. That's so annoying. Oh, Grandy puts Cosmo in the wall. Rosime's up into third now. Rosime's starting on the hards, as are Julo and Hernandi and Eurist. Julo in sixth place where he started. Lev in fifth, attacks Rosime. Attacks him so hard he puts him into the wall there. Goes up to fourth place though. Cosmo running in the podium spots. Grandy behind Jake. This season's really been the battle between the two of them to see who will win each individual race, and it has been Grandy a lot of the time, but Jake also with his good days as well. Jake leads the way. Cosmo attacking Jake to the outside. These front three have broken away from that pack already. Hernandi down in fourth, being attacked by Lev up the inside into the final corner. Would have been a lovely overtake. Can he go for it at turn one? He does. goes down into the corner, gets pushed into the wall on the exit, doesn't lose too much time though. He does fall behind Rozim, he's going to re-overtake Rozim as he dives into that corner. Can he try and make a move on Hernandi coming up through here? Will he go down the inside? Rozim does, Lev doesn't. Rozim gets Lev, Lev gets him back with the traction on the outside. They both follow Hernandi, who is holding 4th place. They hit that dirt on the wall. Never a spot you want to hit at Hell Valley, always loses you a lot of momentum. X6 in 7th, Julo in 8th, Urist in 9th spot, Het 10th, Goose 11th. It's a Canadian 11-12 at the moment with Goose and Fox down there. Urist, he did turn on Ghost of Blues, right? Well, let's hope he did.
Yeah, it's Ghosted Blues.
Okay, sick. Grandy in. He's leading. Well, he led. He's now going to fall down the order, but he's gone for an undercut here. We'll see where he comes out. Het also comes into pit. Grandy will get a bit of clean air here. Luckily for him, Fox comes round the first corner now. He has been lapped already. Has he? No, of course he hasn't. That's stupid of me to say. But he has. Is now a pit stop behind Grandy, is what I meant, rather. Goose in 9th. We'll see who's come in now. Lev has come in, as has Jake. Let's see where Jake scales up. He will have had a bit more traffic, and he really does lose the time to Grandy there. He's still not hit that pit exit line. Now he does. Grandy properly out into the distance. That undercut working wonders for the Finnish driver. Tips for a move to FGR or NTH next season, with vacancies opening in both teams. But even somewhere like SCP he could go to, or anywhere with a driver spot free. Urist ahead of Julo. He's going to defend hard into turn 1. Can he defend harder into turn 2? He can't quite. Grandy tries to thread both of them. Urist does get a penalty there for pushing Julo into the dirt area.
Fuck, bro?
And Julo comes through to slipstream Grandy. Fair enough penalty that was. He just kind of pushed him out of the way, really.
It really wasn't, though.
Yeah, it looked very fair on my screen. Julo slipstreams Grandy here. He'd love to pick up a toe from the Season 4 champion. The Season 1 champion, Julo, who hasn't raced since Season 2 in Challenger League. He has come back at the request of the FIA for this one race with the champions challenging in Challenger League. The Challenger champions. Champions and the challengers. The challenged champions. No, that doesn't sound right. Hernandi ahead of him in 2nd place. Rozim, who's never won Challenger League championship, is currently leading the way. Hernandi, Grandy, Julo, and Jake. In the 4 behind him, a full set of champs. Urist, not as much of a champ, in 5th place. Dive bombs Jake dirtily there into the wall, gets a bit of karma and hits it himself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start driving like people are driving.
Well, cleanly. Julo slipstreams through on Hernandi. It seems like I'm having less problems with the recording program now, which is good. It is nice for audio. It's a shame it's been fucking up my laptop recording a bit. That's very annoying. But regardless, Grandy challenging Rozim for the lead there. Rozim on considerably older hard tyres, having not stopped yet. Grandy on softs that are still doing alright, having stopped already. But he will need to pit soon, as will Rozim. So has that overcut on the hards really worked out for Rozim? Rozim, Grandy's teammate in Sunday League, for one final time at least. Both are tipped to be leaving VEO, which is interesting, but they have been a very solid teammate pairing for a team that's historically not done too well. You can really see why that is, with their ex-drivers Fox and Goose running in 12th and 8th. Hernandi and Lev ahead of him. Hernandi's fallen back after that pit stop. He's now right in the midst of traffic. He needs to clear Lev, then he'll get a bit of clean air, but as I say that, he clips a bit of dirt and doesn't get through, and now will be behind Lev and Goose. Goose being able to overtake. Grandy pits, comes out, I was about to say ahead of them, but just gets smashed into that wall on the exit of turn 1, comes out behind all 3 of them, and will need to battle his way back through here. Grandy, oh, we've got 5 pack here. Goose off into the gravel. Grandy through on Goose and Lev. Julo in the background. Het also in on the action. We've got 5th all the way down through 10th in a battle there. Rozim pits, we'll see where he comes out. He's only overcut Grandy by 1 lap, and he's next to him. So that strat of having taken a pit stop less than Grandy really, really working for him. He's right behind him on fresher tyres. He's in his slipstream and definitely could look to challenge for the race win here. As I say that, he goes off into the gravel. Jake still leading the way from Cosmo in second place. Fox, now lapped, is in 12th and gets passed as he comes into the pits. Lev, your thoughts so far?
I can say that it's very much laggy, and Canadians like to lag rocket you very much. Because I got lag rocketed by Game on Goose just by one touch. And it was enough to send me into the wall. And also I seen, probably it was Julo who hit the pit wall when we were battling. So, I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe a bit of Canadian lag being brought with Fox here, unfortunately. We love to see him back racing, but it does seem that on this race where he has come to join us, yeah, just seeing a bit of lag there as well. I thought it was actually my computer, it might not be. Whatever it is, it's really not that good. We've got a pack here, Hanandi following Grandi, following Cosmo. This is for the final 2 podium positions. Fox being lapped there. I hope he knows what goes to Blues are. He's never raced in Sunday League with them, but he is racing in Challenger League with them now. Goose just a bit back from that pack. He's in 6th, good finishing position for him, but he'll need to pit soon. Cosmo to the inside on Rosino. He's going into the pit lane. We'll see if he can trigger an undercut here. He should have a bit of clean air, especially with Goose pitting, but it is a long pit
fucking
lane.
hell, mate.
X6 following Eurus. Eurus behind Julo, so we'll see how Eurus can make gains here, potentially same tyre life as Julo going into the hairpin league they are at the moment. Oh, Grandi and Hanandi and Rozim all battling here. This is for the lead of the race. Grandi looking for a move up the inside of turn 2. Rozim nothing doing there. Hanandi still leading the way on those hard compound tyres. We've got Grandi on worn softs. Rozim on worn softs, Hanandi on worn hards, all about the same wear, but Hanandi's hards obviously will have a bit more longevity in them, being that harder compound of tyre. Grandi, as I say that, comes into the pit lane. Hanandi defends hard into turn 1. Rozim attacks harder. He does take the lead off him, but it's very touch and go with the walls there. Hanandi looks to take that back from him. He does take that back from him now. And Hanandi regains the lead of the race as it is. Both will need to stop on this battling, constantly losing them time to Grandi, who has triggered that undercut here to try and push himself into the lead. Very much a strategist's race here. Cosmo hits the wall, gets pushed wide into it by X6, who's battling Grandi here. Both in the police cars. Not sure if that's allowed. Might have to arrest him. But, X6 in 5th, Cosmo in 6th, Eurus in 7th, right in the midst of that battle. Pushes Rozim into the bump there in the wall. Can he try and attack?
No, he is pushing me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Eurus, your thoughts on the race so far as Hanandi comes into pit?
Yeah, this is just the worst race I have been in.
Yeah.
What's
Eurus
fast lap?
in 8th. God, we've got a real pack forming here. Look at this. Brilliant stuff. Cosmo in 4th, all the way down to Lev in 10th. All in a pack here. Let's get some good battling, hopefully. As Lev said, a bit of lag, which is really unfortunate.
Okay.
But hopefully these guys can do a bit of fighting as it is. Lev, looks to nearly go to the pit wall there, just avoids it. Can he try and attack Eurus? He does. He goes down the inside on a great overtake by Lev. Can he attack X6? He is on the harder compound of tire. They both run wide. Eurus gets back past Lev. Can he get back past X6 too? He's going to need some space on the outside of the hairpin here. Let's hope they don't charge in too deep. X6 does. Goes into the gravel. Frustrating for him. They've fallen back from the pack ahead now. Goose attacking Rozim. Rozim at one point looking on for the race win. He has come into pit now. Is on those hards. Cosmo attacking Hanandi as well. These are the final positions. Meanwhile, Grandi in at 2nd. Jake leading the way. Still looking very, very good on those hards. Just managed to escape at the beginning, and the Season 3 champion looks to be taking the final race win of Season 4 as it is before we head into the new regulation change. But rain is on the way. Ladies and gents, rain is on the way, and I'll be hitting the circuit pretty soon, with it already being cloudy. You should see all the drivers in this lap. We've got some in already, actually. Cosmo, Goose, Julo, Lev, Urist, Fox, Hecht, all in already, and it's already raining. Jake still out on those hards. Him down to Rosine, that front four, still have the rest of the lap to go on their slick tyres. And that really won't help out Hernando and Rosine at all. They'll both have to put on the extreme wet weather tyres here. Cosmo in 5th, we'll see what he's been able to do after that stop. He gets ahead of Rosine and Hernando. Will Goose as well, right behind Hernando, ahead of Rosine. Rosine does emerge in 6th place, ahead of the battling pack of Urist, Lev, and Julo. Goose in 5th, he'd love to finish there in what's probably the most competitive grid for a CL race we've seen all season. A 5th place is a very solid result, currently ahead of Julo of X6, Lev, Urist, Rosina, Hecht, and Fox. Amazing. Inspirational. Lev, your thoughts?
Pretty fun racing Urist here, but last move of him in going to the last turns were pretty dirty, I think. But probably it's my screen because, well, considering how laggy it looks like, it's very, very shit.
Yes. Urist notoriously never dirty, so probably is just no lag. I'm joking, of course. Urist is pretty clean quite a lot of the time. He slips through Julo here. Julo will have definite advantage with the track being absolutely drenched at the moment, but as I say that, the clouds are coming back. God, this lag is a real bitch, isn't it? It must not be fun conditions to race in the rain at a street circuit with very laggy lobby at the moment. I'm wondering who's causing that, because there's no clear culprit with the connection test, which is very frustrating. But as it is, it's still raceable, so we are having a race. Urist has taken a stop or two less than the rest of the grid. He's in 9th place at the moment.
In a good battle.
Randy in 2nd. Randy closing in on Cosmo closing in on Randy, I should say. Side by side they go up through the forest section, over the bridge. Can Randy stick it in round the outside? He does, and retains that position. Cosmo down the inside into turn 1, pushes Hanadi onto the grass there. Hanadi has to back out with the unideal line through that corner. Cosmo takes 3rd place. A great battle for the podium here. Rosine looking to pick up the scraps if he can. He's in 5th. What was that, Goose?
Inters will be good in a couple laps, but I think everyone's going to be on hards to the end of the race if the water stays on the track much longer.
I think so. You've got to really gamble it to go those softs, especially with what is a pretty long pit lane. Julo and Lev battling it out there, dancing down that main straight. Julo trying to open up an overtake here if he can. Yeah, track will be dry in a couple laps time, at which point it will be very much, as Goose has said, hards to the end. Bit more lag going on through here. God, that's a real shame. Randy in 3rd, Grandy in 2nd, Jake out in the lead comfortably. He'll be looking to rock this one home. He's felt the pressure previously in his race wins, but at the moment he's just looked like he's had better pace almost behind him. And again, Hell Valley really is to stretch this race. Julo, DNFs. Oh, what a shame for the racer. I'll have to hope that's not connection related. It could be though.
Oh, no!
He's set the lobby into a lag storm.
Why?
We're back. Okay. Might have been Julo's connection. That's a real shame if it was. We'll have to get that fixed before Sunday League. But as it is, Jake's still leading the way. The gaps look pretty unchanged. Raid is coming back. This would probably be a good time to pit onto the inters. Is that what Het's doing? It looks like it might be. It is. He's pitted onto the inters for the final 11 laps. I think that's a very good strategy. I'd say that the front runners should look to be copying that pretty soon. Because those wets really won't look to take you to the end here. With them already being severely worn or really yellowing out for every single driver, particularly those who stopped one lap earlier than the front runners. So, yeah, I think an interstint to the end could really help with pace. We'll have to see how that goes for those who have chosen it. Het currently quite a bit off X6, but we'll monitor the gap to X6 as we go along. He's coming up to double lap Fox as it is. Urist in off his inters. Not a great choice there for what was been a pretty wet track. Now is into weather and he has chosen those inter tyres once more. The rain level won't increase anymore. It has reached the kind of quarter to a third full bar that you see when you get light rain, but it has stuck around. I think the reasoning of some of the drivers is that with it only being light, it probably won't be long before we see a dry track again, but even then, is it not even worth gambling a stint on the inters maybe? Well, we'll have to see. But yeah, sun's coming out. The track will be dry by lap 40. Rosine battling Cosmo here. This is the closest battle we've got at the moment. Pack otherwise pretty spaced out. Rosine gets all the dirty stuff on the outside going through the sweeping section. So not ideal for him in his hunt for that fourth position, trying to rip it off Cosmo if he can. Two drivers who have never won a Challenger League championship. Or even, have they won a Challenger League race? My memory doesn't serve me very well. But regardless, they're battling here for pretty good positions in what is the final race of the season, with the championship all wrapped up and handed with a bow on it to this man, Grandy, running in second place. Jake running in first. No. Season 3 champion, and he'll be looking to win this one too. About to head onto lap 40. Jake into the pit lane. He'll stop at his box for his tyres, and the track is now dry as Jake finishes lap 39, heads on to lap 40, and we're going to have 6 more laps of racing on a soft sprint to the end. Let's see where we've got some battles. Yeah, people just emerging from the pit lane now. Rosine there, Cosmo behind him, pitting a lap earlier, which is an interesting strategy. It has worked. He has gotten that undercut on it, so very, very good from him. Goose on the softs as well, as they all are. In 6th place, Cosmo is going to look to take that position off Landy if he can. He's a few seconds back. Looks like Rossi might have had a problem there. On my screen, he came to a standstill, but that was just after flicking over to him, so maybe not a complete accurate portrayal of what happened.
Yeah,
the Goose right
something weird happened. I caught right up to him.
Yeah. So Goose right into the back of him as he can confirm there. Definitely something weird going on with Rosine. Although I think thankfully the connection issues have lessened a bit with Juno's disconnection from the race. 8-6 down at 8th, he won't be very happy with that. Urist in 9th, he's generally not very happy. Het in 10th place, Fox in 11th, he's a little bit back from the pack. And Juno dear left, unfortunately. Right. Goose and Rosine, is that a battle still going on? Lost a bit of time to it. On the timing screens it says he's closer than he is, or at least it did for a moment, so we've got some issues. Het! Oh, was that Het into the wall? Het definitely experiencing problems there. Plunged, he was sideways in the wall. Not quite out of the race, but only running ahead of Fox at the moment. Has he got a problem? He's losing a lot of time to Lev, who is coming up to lap him now. Has he broken something? Is it his controller? Yeah, he's certainly going slowly here. Oh, that's a real shame for him. He'll just want to limp at home to finish ahead of Fox if he can. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. He's got a 17-second gap, and we've only got about 2 laps left. Actually, just 1 lap left with these leaders coming up. Jake on the final lap now. We'll see if there's any battles. Rosine, great pace there. He's managed to catch up to Cosmo, even after dropping all the way back to Goose in that battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Jake heading up through the winding sector now. Fox just 7 seconds behind Het, so we'll follow that as it goes. But Jake, very much deserving of this, wiggles across the line in what has been a comfortable win, and he wins the Schwarzwald Grand Prix, the final race of the season. Great one for him. Grandy in 2nd place, had Andy in 3rd, Cosmo in 4th. Is Het ahead of Fox? No, he's lost it out to him in the final second of the race. Unfortunate for him there. Just lost out to Fox.
Something, I don't know.
Or maybe he did that deliberately. Probably claimed that he did. Cosmo in 4th, Rosine not too far behind in 5th, Goose in a very solid 6th with the fastest lap. Lev takes the 7th spot, X6 in 8th, Eurus 9th, and Fox in the top 10. Fox in the top 10. Ahead of Hetmanek, who just lost out to him in the end, with that problem at the end of the final few laps. Julo in 12th, DNF. Wow. I really hope you've enjoyed the season of Challenge League. It's been a really fun one to watch. Great racing, great racers, and we'll see you next time out for season 5. Till then, bye bye.